little changes make all the difference. You see, for the last couple of years, I've been on a pursuit to try to get healthy. I've been putting on some weight and I'm not happy about that. I feel more lethargic. I don't feel as on top of my game. I don't feel as cognitive. My mind is not as clear. And I wanted to do something the last couple of years to just try to get this under control. Well, as soon as I started that plan, I started working out, then I got plantar fasciitis and I couldn't run. My feet were killing me. And then I got pneumonia and that was not good. And I have a joke that I says, trying to stay healthy is killing me because it literally seems like every time I try to start something, I end up getting sick or something happens. And so I had pneumonia and then got over that. And then I got COVID and then I got over that. But then I had the brain fog and then I had just numerous colds as I believe the after effects of COVID just left my body. It took about a year. And finally, I feel like I am back on the road to health. But all that time went by and I never lost weight. In fact, I gained weight. So I was reading a book that was recommended to me called The Belly Fat Cure, because that's really only the place where I carry my weight is in my belly. And so I got chicken legs. They say it's really skinny legs, but more, that's TMI. Anyways, what I realized is in reading this book is that I was consuming too much sugars. And I'll save you the cost of buying the book. Two recommendations. Keep sugars at 15 grams per day, which is not a lot of sugars, and watch your carbs. No more than 6 small servings per day, and there's calculated servings, so it's a lot less than you'd think. Proteins and fats, no big deal, but the other 2 items, sugars and carbs, keep and watch on those things. And you know what? I realized I hadn't been doing that. In fact, every morning I would wake up, my morning routine was no breakfast because I never lost weight when I was eating breakfast, but I would drink my cup of coffee and I would put 2 pumps, sometimes 3, of the French vanilla creamer. It was so good. Was because I no longer do it. But I didn't realize that in those 2 pumps of creamer, it was like 12 grams of sugar. And if I had 2 cups of coffee, now I'm at 24 grams a day. And then if I had 3 cups, maybe went to the office and had one in the afternoon, something like that, I was at nearly 40 grams of sugar per day. Now, the book does point out that up until manufactured sugar was introduced into all of our products, that the average person only consumed about 15 grams of sugar per day. So we don't need it, but we are addicted to it. And so I started to reduce all of my sugar intake and I started to eat breakfast, which is now consists of eggs and bacon. Those are no carbs and no sugars. And so I thought there's no way this is gonna work. So I didn't do a lot of exercise this last week. And sure enough, first weekend, I'm down 6 pounds. This is not about weight loss. What this is about is making small, minor tweaks. You see, I didn't consume a lot of carbs. I didn't think that I'd consumed a lot of sugar until I started watching my intake. And sure enough, as I've started to read labels, I realized there's a lot of sugar in everything that we buy from the stores. And so I was ignorant. And my ignorance was causing me weight gain. So that small tweak, first of all, being aware, second of all, measuring the incremental changes has made a big difference this week. In fact, I feel really good. After 1 week in, I actually started to feel stronger, and I even went on a 20-mile mountain bike ride because I really felt good. And I haven't done that in a super long time. So I succeeded, I survived the mountain bike ride, and I want to do it again, and I'm continuing on this trek. So my encouragement to you today, what small tweaks do you need to make a massive change in your life? What are the small things? Is it the extra 15 minutes of sleep that you're depriving yourself of? Is it cutting out a half an hour of social media per day? Is it turning off the TV? Is it reading more? Is it spending more time in quality relationships? What is it? It usually is not going to be a huge change, but it will have a massive impact over the life that you're trying to live and live in abundance, right? So, when we look at the future, we want to create a future that is full of life, joy, happiness. Jesus says, I've come that you might have life and have it abundantly. But if we're not doing the things, either out of ignorance or by choice, that will result in that kind of life, we're not going to get there. And it should be no surprise if you end up like a shipwreck on a foreign island somewhere in the unknown waters. You should not be surprised if you don't take care of your needs today, if that's where you end up. So change those things today. Make a small change. My encouragement to you is to go document, write it down, read what you need to read, listen to what you need to listen to, but change what you need to change to create the future that you want to create. God bless. We'll see you back here soon.